Hey guys, Ashen here. So we're just gonna review my stand and deliver predictions. Also, by the way, if you see the lights flashing, that's because I have the WrestleMania pre-show on. I'm gonna watch that after I make this video. But let's just get into it. Actually, you know what? Matter of fact, let me turn on the light. Okay, we're back. So first off, we started out with the pre-show where I guessed that Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez were going to win the match because I said it was either between Cora and Jade or Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, and I got it wrong by a fucking mile. So I haven't written down who got eliminated first. The first people to get eliminated were Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. And that's okay. I didn't guess them. But that's what I was thinking when I was watching. I was like, okay, I didn't guess them. And then Cora Jade and Roxanne lost. So that was crazy. Roxanne Perez left in the middle of the match. And then she left it up to Cora Jade, and she got her ass kicked. She got pinned. That's what happened there. And then what was next? Then it was Fallon Henley and JC Jane, then versus Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. And honestly, I kept on guessing who was going to win throughout the match. Like, the moment that they lost, I was like, okay, well, then I'm going to guess JC Jane and Fallon Henley. Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley won the match and are going to be facing off against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria or Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez next week for NXT. So, yeah, for the NXT, or not NXT, but for the tag titles. Then, the first match on the main show was Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints. I guessed that Ricky Saints was going to win the match, and Ricky Saints did win the match. I really enjoyed the match. I thought the match was perfectly fine. I don't know if I would have started it off. I probably would have put it in the middle of the show and made the start of the ladder match. But to each their own, I guess. It was still a very good match. I feel like every match on this card was really fucking good. But that's just that, yeah, I probably wouldn't have started out with it. Either way, next up, we have Fraxium versus Hank and Tank. Now, let me be honest with y'all here. I did not even know Fraxium was defending their titles tonight. And then I looked it up to see what the things were. And, I immediately saw Hank and Tank, and I didn't even see who they were. I just saw them, and I thought to myself, who the fuck are they? I've never heard of them a day in my life. But either way, we had this match for the tag team championships, which I guessed that Fraxium was going to win. And then Hank and Tank won the match. I was really pissed. I heard that people were saying that they're main roster bound, which they probably are, but I don't care. Make them fucking relinquish the titles. Why make them lose it to someone named Hank and Tank? What the fuck? I don't know. The match was really good. I would rate it a pretty good match. It was really fantastic. But yeah, that's just I just kind of wished that Hank and Tank would have lost and that Fraxium would have held the titles and probably relinquished the titles later on. Then we started with the third match. The third match was the ladder match. I guess that Sol Ruka was going to defeat Kalani Jordan, Zarya, Izzy Dame, Lola Vice, and Thea. And I'm not going to lie, throughout the match, I was really thinking to myself, fuck, I kind of think it's going to be Thea Hale or someone else like Zarya because they've been building up, they've been building up, but Sol Ruka has the Speed Women's Championship, you know? She has the Women's Speed Championship. She just won it. So, that's just what I thought. But then, luckily Sol Ruka pulled that shit off. It had a really great match. I really enjoyed the match. It was really good. Sol Ruka won. One of my kind of, I guess, biggest issues about it was that, Izzy Dame's group, I don't know I completely forgot what they're called, but Izzy Dame's group, kept on coming to the ringside. They went once, and then they were just like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? And then, somebody, dived onto them, and then, a second time, it was, the entire group stood back up, and then got immediately laid back down. And, I just thought that was a little, okay, why'd we have them out there in the first place? But it is what it is. I don't care. It was still a really good match, though. Number 4. We had Dark State versus the D'Angelo family. And in my video, I predicted that either Tony D'Angelo or Channing Stacks were going to betray one another. I didn't know which one it was. And then I also kind of thought I also predicted that Dark State was going to win. And then the match happened. It was really good. Like I said, all matches in this were really fucking good. Every single one of them were really good. And there was only one singles match. I didn't even mention that in the last video. There was only one singles match, and that was the Ricky versus Ethan for the NXT North American Championship. That was the only one, but this was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. And it ended with Channing Sachs holding a crowbar, using it on one of the Dark State members while the referee has his back turned. And then Tony D'Angelo like hugs him and he's like, "Hey, you're my boy." And then he says, "I love you. You're my family." And then he walks away. And then the referee's asking for the crowbar back. He's like, "Hey, can you give me the crowbar?" And then Tony D'Angelo kind of stops and he looks back behind him. And he's like, "Are you going to give it?" Like, he doesn't say anything, but like you can kind of see it through his face. He's like, "Are you going to give him the fucking thing back or are you going to hit me with it? What the fuck are you going to do?" And then he fucking gives the referee the crowbar. Then the referee goes and puts it away. But while he's looking away, he low blows Tony D'Angelo and then costs him the match and walking off. If there was a complaint I had in this, I walked away from the match a few times because I had to go do something. But if I'm correct, or sorry, if I'm not if I'm correct, but I just want to know, where the fuck did the other guy go? Like, okay, so there was three people. There was Channing, Tony, and someone else. I don't know who the fuck they were. Where the fuck did he go? He got like laid out, and then it showed back to him because it was like 8 minutes, I think, of him not even fucking being there. And then he was just like laid out. And then after being laid out, he just like it showed back to him, and he was just like down on the floor. I didn't know. I was really confused. Either way, Dark State wins. Pretty good match. I really enjoyed it. Next up, number 5, the semi-main event: Jordynne Grace versus Stephanie Vaquer versus Julia and versus Jada. Sorry. I predicted that Jordynne Grace was going to win the match, and then Stephanie Vaquer was trying to pull off a move. I don't know what move it's called, but she tried to pull off the move, and she did it against like 2 different people, and both of them reversed it. I think it was Jordan Julia. I think she tried it on both of them. They both reversed it, but then like later on in the match, she did it on everyone, and then everybody like popped. It was really good. The match itself was also really good. It wasn't as good as I expected it to be, but it was still really damn good. Then Stephanie Vaquer did eventually pin Jada Parker, which I didn't say it in the last video, but I was expecting Jada Parker to get pinned in this match. I was not expecting, I was expecting to either be Jordan, Stephanie, and Julia, one of those 3, but not Julia, but Jada Parker was going to get pinned. Next up, Stephanie Vaquer did win, I think I already said that. Next up was the main event. Oh my god, this main event was fucking amazing. Oba Femi being placed in triple threat matches is just absolutely beautiful. Every triple threat match Oba Femi's in is just absolutely amazing. Last year was also really good. I enjoy all of his fucking matches that he's in. But I said Javon Evans was going to win the match, and I was really hoping out for him, and he hit the OG cutter on Oba Femi like 4 times, and he kept on kicking out. And there was also some spots with the referee where they're like, Trick Williams pulled the referee out of the ring, so like just in case Javon Evans gets a pin. But then later on, he hits Javon Evans with the knee, and then he goes back for the pin and on Javon, and then the referee goes back into the ring. The referee's not there for the count. But then later on, the referee gets up. He tries to go for the pin, but then Oba Femi grabs the fucking leg, and now the referee's trying to squirm into there, and then he kicks Oba Femi, and then he tries to go for the pin. And when he kicked Oba, I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then after kicking him, Oba Femi went back into the ring, hit him with it, or broke up the pin. And then later on in the match, it was just a fantastic match. If you are able to give it a watch, please give it a watch. It is so fucking good. Then there's Javon Evans, which I was really hoping out for him. And the match kind of ended so sadly. Javon Evans or Obafemi laid out both Javon and Trick Williams. I could be wrong about that, but I believe I'm correct. And then he threw out Trick Williams. Javon Evans is getting back up. Or sorry, he's not getting back up. Obafemi picks him back up and then hits him with a fall from grace. And then 1, 2, 3. And man, when I say that, I was so upset when that happened. I was so upset when Obafemi pinned Javon. Like, I really want Javon Evans to win the title, but the fact he got pinned kind of sets it back a bit. So that's really upsetting for me, at least. I was upset about that. Either way, I will be doing a WrestleMania Night 1 review predictions. So I did not do it, but give me a little second. Okay, so I just did the math, or I just looked at my notebook, basically, and I guessed 3 out of 7 predictions were correct. 3 out of 7 predictions were correct, with me guessing Dark State winning, Ricky Saints winning, and Soruka winning. Those are the only 3 I got right. Everyone else I guessed wrong. Sad, but who cares? That's the end of the match, or that's the end of the video. I will be back for WrestleMania Night 1. Thank you all for watching, and bye.